Hey there, welcome to another edition of Letterboxd Highlights. In case you're new around here, this is a series where I recap the best and most interesting films I've watched in the previous month. This time we're taking a look at September of 2019. The first film I would like to recommend to you is entitled Barton Fink. Directed by the Coen brothers, it captures basically every element that I love about their later work. Strong, unique characters, memorable dialogue, and in a few cases, some very hard left turns in their narratives. What makes this one quite interesting on its own is the themes that it tackles. The nightmare that is Hollywood, pretentious writers, people who think they're the voice of the voiceless when they actually do not care about those they claim to speak for. I think this is a wonderful example of portraying the writer's blight in Hollywood. Bravo. Magnolia. The name of my wife's dearly missed great grandmother. However, in this case, I'm actually talking about the 3-hour-long epic directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. This is truly a mosaic. The way the characters' narratives interweave is truly splendid. I mean, the bit with the frogs is kind of like a massive splotch on this beautiful mosaic, but somehow that splotch actually makes this more beautiful. I mentioned the 3-hour runtime, but it flies by. This is so wonderfully paced that you think you are watching a tight 90 minutes, but you're not. Amazing. And I think the one thing I truly have to praise is that madman that is Tom Cruise. We can all have our opinions on his real life, but when it comes to acting, he has demonstrated that he has quite a bit of talent, and his performance in this piece is, there are no words for it. His ending, his breakdown is so real, you can feel it. This one's for you, Tom Cruise. You beautiful madman. Daisies is almost the polar opposite of what Magnolia was. Whereas Paul Thomas Anderson's mosaic masterpiece is a lengthy 3 hours in runtime, Daisies is a tight 74 minutes. It's a Czech experimental film from the 60s that is truly a visual feast, one of the most striking and well-edited films I have ever seen. The amount of different styles on display could easily get very frustrating and outstay their welcome, but the brief runtime prevents this from ever happening. The last film I would like to recommend to you is the most recent release out of the bunch. It's entitled The Farewell, and it was released by A24, my favorite distribution company currently operating. They have released some superb indies, and The Farewell is not an exception. Superbly shot, some truly wonderful performances, and a very interesting and somewhat difficult topic to tackle. It may spark up a conversation about the difference between the East and the West, especially when it comes to death and who it truly affects. But all I know is that this film is something you should definitely watch. Yeah. And that is it for this edition of Letterboxd Highlights. I'm hoping I've provided you with some interesting recommendations, and I hope that if you do check these films out, you enjoy them. I would welcome you to return to this video, or any video that is, and discuss these films with me if you've seen them, because I do this to share my love of film, and I know it seems daft at times, especially when I do stuff like this, but it's my way of expressing my love for this medium. And I know it's not for everyone, especially the last edition, but doing stuff like that and this is what's going to keep me making these videos. And I want to keep making these videos because there is a lot of negativity, especially on YouTube, when it comes to film. There seems to be a focus on tearing things apart and focusing on the bad, when really the medium, just like any other form of art, should be about love and sharing with people. Yeah. I want to thank you for watching. Please check out the other edition of Letterboxd Highlights. They're not all like this, I promise. And yeah, I'll see you on the flip side. Bye. Jesus Christ, I think I jumped the fucking shark on this one.